One of the best Apple Watches you can get now in 2024 isn't to go and get a used Apple Watch Series 6 or 7, but to actually buy a brand new Apple Watch SE. Now, I just want to clarify, there are two different models of the Apple Watch SE. There is one that came out in 2020, that's the first generation, and then there's one that came out in late 2022, the second generation, and that is the one I recommend getting. Now, you can find the second generation one brand new from Target for about $200 as of recording. And that obviously does go up as you get a bigger screen size and cellular and stuff, but typically you're going to find these for about $200 to $300. Now, you might be wondering, around that price, couldn't I just get a used Apple Watch Series 6 or 7? And while it is true, you can find a used Apple Watch Series 6 and 7 for around that price range, there's one big reason why I don't recommend it, and that is battery life. So as a lot of you know, batteries age and hold less and less capacity over time. And Apple Watches, they don't have amazing battery life to begin with. So after a few years of use, you're going to start noticing it not completely lasting you throughout the day. And as somebody who owns a 3-year-old Apple Watch SE, the first one, it only holds 82% of its original capacity. And I am starting to notice that it'll die an hour or two before I go to bed, which can be very annoying at times. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth the extra features for less battery life, or is it worth getting a brand new Apple Watch SE that has less features but more battery life? Because if you want to replace the batteries on these watches, it's $100 to do so. Now, going back to the Apple Watch SE, there are a few different configurations you can get for it. The first being screen size. So it comes standard with a 40mm screen size, but it can bump that up to 44mm for about an extra $30. You can also get cellular with this too. Now, cellular is something I don't recommend people getting. The reason being is, one, you have to pay like an extra $50 more up front, but two, you have to pay a fee from your carrier for that service plan. The only reason why I'd recommend getting cellular is because you want to be away from your phone for most of the day, and you like being connected to your phone even though you're away from it. And then in terms of color options, you do get a silver color option, a midnight color option, and then a starlight color option. In terms of the screen, this has a Retina OLED screen that can go up to 1000 nits of brightness. It's plenty bright. I'm able to see it even in direct sunlight. Now, you are missing out on getting 1mm thinner bezels and like an extra millimeter of screen size, as well as the always on display that you get on the Apple Watch Series 7. I don't think it's a big issue because the always on display is going to drain your battery life even more. But for some people that may be annoying because they want to look at their time when they're maybe like swimming and stuff and can't flick their wrist in order to see what the time is like. In terms of other aspects of the design, you have a side button that you can use to activate the control center or use Apple Pay. And then you have this thing called a digital crown, which you can use to scroll through content. You also have on the side here speakers, a microphone, and then on the back you have like different heart rate sensors and stuff, as well as a magnetic place for where you charge the Apple Watch. Now, there are many different features that this Apple Watch has. One of my favorite features, weirdly enough, is the notifications. I like being able to check my notifications and see my notifications as soon as they come in, especially since I do like a lot of sales stuff. That is very handy. Another thing too with this Apple Watch that's really great is you can track so many different workouts. You can track like Tai Chi workouts, running workouts, walking workouts, swimming workouts, rowing workouts, all these different types of workouts, which is super great if you are a huge workout nut and you want to track those things on your watch. And then there's so many other features too that aren't really related to like health that you can do. So you can ping your iPhone from this watch, which is super handy, especially for people who lose their phone a lot. You can use the side digital crown to activate Siri, and then you can double click the side button to use Apple Pay. Now, in terms of features that you miss out on the Apple Watch SE instead of the Apple Watch Series 9, you are missing out on blood oxygen sensors, ECG sensors, temperature sensors. You're also missing out on non-health related features too, like this double tap shortcut, as well as faster charging speeds. But even then, like, it is still worth getting that Apple Watch Series 9 if you are somebody who needs those health features. But if you don't need them, like, you're still just better off getting an Apple Watch SE. And then in terms of software and performance, this still gets the latest versions of watchOS, obviously, and it will get the latest versions for about another 5 to 7 years. Overall, I think it's going to hold up very well. The S8 chip is still very recent, even now in 2024. And then you get 32 gigabytes of storage, which is absolutely plenty for a Apple Watch. Now, in conclusion, the Apple Watch SE is the best Apple Watch to get if you want to prioritize battery life over extra features. The Apple Watch Series 9 is still worth it if you like having those extra features for like health stuff and all of that. But for a majority of people, the Apple Watch SE is definitely going to be good enough for you and will last you a good long time. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and good luck on your Apple Watch shopping journey.